Hey YouTube, it's Michelle. I feel like I gotta get a lot out there. I'm just in my pajamas. It's one of those crisp, cold autumn days, and honestly, we are probably not the smartest of moves, but we are under tornado watch right now. Been a lot of crazy winds and rains. Um, it's a little uncommon. This has happened maybe twice before in the entire time I lived here. We're not on Tornado Alley by any means, but there's not really much I can do, so I was like, why not do a vlog? Anyway, though, a couple things did happen that were really traumatizing. Joey and I owned a hot dog stand at one point, and I'm still upset, but I believe in something called karma. So, karma will, what goes around comes around. A friend of ours, or at least somebody we thought was a friend, ended up stealing it from us and literally left out of the state. They're gone. Joey is extremely upset. I'm very upset. It's really disheartening. It really is. He was a friend of Joey, at least Joey thought he was, and then that happens, and it's just, hey sweetheart, it just really kills you, you know what I mean? Like, it really makes you question people. On the same lines, a very, very, very good friend of Joe's, they've known each other since, like, elementary school. They've known each other for a very, very long time. Come on, you gotta hold still, okay? There we go, that works. They've known each other for a very long time. Like I said, I think they've known each other since, like, first grade or second grade. Something like that. You're so funny. And, his friend sent him an early Christmas gift. He's like, listen, you're a good friend of mine. I want to get you something early for Christmas so that you can enjoy it now. We get this package, and we open it, and I'm not lying, guys. Inside this package was a dirty bed sheet, a dirty jacket covered in it looked like cat hair of some sort, a cat dish, and it looked like it was one of those bags that a sleeping bag goes in. So his friend calls, did you get the package? And Joe's like, yeah, I'm a little confused. What's the bed sheets about? He's like, what do you mean, bed sheet? And we told him what was in there. He's like, I sent you a Wii. I sent you a Wii U. We're like, no, there's no Wii U here. It's a dirty sheet and some other garbage. Apparently, when he had dropped this off at the post office, somehow between that state and our state, somebody got into the package and stole the contents and filled it with this garbage. And you can see on the box, it says item had to be repackaged because it was damaged. So I don't know if it was stolen before they repackaged it, or while they were repackaging it, they stole the Joey's game, which was really upsetting because, I mean, thankfully he had insurance on the package, so that's getting fixed as we speak. But it's like, I know we're in a bad economy, but I would never think of stealing, especially something, I mean, come on. So, his friend apologized. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, you know what? You're not the one that caused this. You're not the person that put this stuff in this box. You don't have to be sorry. I understand things happen. I'm just shocked that it happened. I couldn't believe it. And I feel really bad because between the cart and that game system getting stolen, Joey's having a very, very, very bad week. So we're both really stressed and under pressure. And it's just like, I mean, you're always going to meet one or two really, really bad or mean people, and you wonder, like, you know what? You question humanity. At least that's what I have done. I had one that I had to deal with on Saturday. I've never met somebody so cruel in my life. And it's like, and the person has kids. This person has a few children. I'm like, the cycle's just going to repeat itself because these people don't realize what they're doing. They don't realize. And I think as a society that Manners are becoming a thing of the past. I think gentlemen are slowly fading out. Because you don't hear about men opening a door for a woman anymore, or Joey did it for me the other day. Actually, he pulled my seat up for me at a restaurant so I can have a seat. Things like chivalry you rarely see anymore, and it's really sad. It really is. Or something as simple as opening, like if you're going into a gas station and holding the door open for the person behind you. I've seen so many people where they see you like maybe a footstep or two behind them and they'll let the door slam. I mean, but if it was the other way around, they'd get really nasty to you about it. Have some common decency. I don't think common sense is there either. It just really makes me wonder about, how we are coming as a society or as humans. And I think that with such technologies as cell phones and even things like YouTube, I think we've desensitized ourselves as far as, like, I've noticed on Facebook especially. Guys, comment down below if you agree with me on this. I've noticed that people on Facebook will type something like, on their status or something like, you know who you are, I saw you, and the next time I see you, I'm going to get up in your face, and they get really nasty. But when they really meet in the real world, it's like stuff that happens on Facebook doesn't really exist. So you can insult or bully or say whatever you want on Facebook, but when you see that person in real life, oh, that doesn't count, it was on Facebook. Or if it was in a text message, like, I think we've desensitized ourselves to people's emotions, to people's feelings. Because that's like, oh, Facebook don't count, I was just playing with you. No, you wrote something extremely hateful. You wrote something that you shouldn't have even hit the post button, and you think it's okay. I know not everybody's like that, but I seem to think that a lot of people have gotten that way, and it really disgusts me on so many levels. When I make posts, it'll be like, oh, guys, guess what? I just got my new car. I'm really excited about it, which I still have to show you guys. I have yet to show you. I've had the car for like 2 months, and you still haven't seen it. I must show it to you. The weather, like I said, tornado right now. But I really need to remember to do that. Maybe I'll take you guys with me tomorrow if the battery's charged. To work. But, where was I going? I'm so sorry. But when I post things, I don't do it. If I have a problem with somebody, you're probably going to get deleted off my Facebook friends. I'm not going to, like, make it so that it's like, oh, to you-know-who, the person wearing the red jacket at, Dunkin' Donuts who ordered the pumpkin caramel coffee with 2 sugars and a cream. You wait till next time I bang into you, because you, my friend, stepped on my foot, and I'm not having that. Next time you and I see each other, girl, we're going to have a fight. Like, people do stupid stuff like that. Who cares? Who really cares? I post pictures of Desi on Facebook, or silly little cartoons that I think are funny. I'm not a negative person. That doesn't mean I don't have negative feelings. Sometimes I get that way. It's like, I'll get mad at somebody or something like that. It's a normal human emotion. But is it worth getting your blood pressure up? No, I really try. I've dealt with many different people, some even family members, that just really know how to boil my blood. So I eliminate those people from my life. It's just, I don't talk to them. Life is hard enough without having negative people around. And I think maybe the younger ones won't understand. Maybe some of the older ones will when I say that. But life is way too short. My grandfather, especially after he passed, in life, he taught me many, many lessons, as I have told you before. But he always preached life is too short to be angry. So I do try to look for the positive in things. Now, out of a negative situation, I don't say like with ex-boyfriends, oh, he was this and that, and he did this to me, but he was a good guy. No, I can understand what happened was very bad. Very bad. There's the only light or the positiveness that came from what I went through would be what I learned. I learned not to be a victim. I learned to be independent. If I have to defend myself, I will. And those are the things you got to look at. You have to look at the positives, even in negatives. But don't make something that's a negative into a positive. Does that make sense, guys? Like, look for, like I said, with my bad relationship, I will make those videos for you guys. It's just, talking about it in a vague sense is easy for me, but talking about it in a detailed sense, to give you the details of what happened, is very difficult for me. Anybody that's been through something abusive, I think you can relate to that. So I will do that video, or videos. I'm not sure how long the video would even be, but I will do that. It's difficult. It's hard, but I will do it for you guys. It's just, like I said, it was a very, very, very negative situation, but the good that came from it, number one, was I'll never be a victim again. I will never allow another human being to do that to me ever again. Never again will that happen. Also, through jobs, now I can see an abuser from a mile away now. When you've gone through something like that, you kind of, I don't want to say like an intuition, but you pick up on things a lot quicker. My brother actually was in an abusive relationship not long after I'd gotten out of this one. And I knew it. He knew I knew it, but he didn't want me to know. Makes sense? Weird, isn't it? But I knew it, and I told him, I was like, I know what's going on, and I would spell it out. But at that point, and I should have realized this too, he wasn't ready to admit that. He didn't want to admit that. And let's face it, girls and guys, it's not the norm for a female to be abusive to a male. But it exists. It does exist. So some men feel like they've been demasculinized, that they're not as masculine as they know, like a man should be, when they're going through something like that. But what killed me, what ticked me off more than anything, is that I knew exactly what was going on. I knew what he was going through. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. I had to watch my brother basically get destroyed by this, I don't even want to call her a girl. She is a creature of Satan. Oh, don't get me started. But I had to wait until he finally came to a point where he had to move. He had to move on. And I always said, I was like, I'm here. I'm here. Hello. And I said, I was like, listen, you watched me go through what I went through. What are you doing? What makes you think that you are, that this is what your worth is in this? It's hard, guys. When you have a loved one and you know what they're going through, it is the most difficult situation to deal with. But, he got out of it, thankfully, and, he's definitely, it does change you when you're in something like that. It does definitely change you. I don't think necessarily for worse. I think you, not for the worse, not for the better. You learn. You're not as naive, maybe. I will always, and I've noticed, I've been with Joey for a very, very long time. It's a very healthy relationship. It is not, there's nothing, every couple has their fights. Don't get me wrong, guys. Everybody fights. We fight over cookies and, stuff like that. It happens. Everybody fights over silly things or finances. It happens. It's a natural thing. You're not going to get along all the time, but most of the time you should. But, I lost my train of thought. And it's not anything that Joey does, because Joey's not abusive at all. But, like, he'll say a phrase, or he'll say a word, or I'll get a scent of something that I recognize. Even a scent will bring me back to that bad relationship. And I've controlled it now, but when we first met, I would freak out. Like, Joey would say something like, I'm just going to make this up because I don't remember what the phrase was that used to be a trigger for me. Oh, whatever you want to do, hon. And then I'd be like, oh my God, you're just like him. You're just like him. You want to abuse me. You want to do... And, like, it took me forever because I was so damaged. It took me forever to trust people again. And to a degree, I don't trust certain people because, like I said, look what happened with that hot dog cart. Certain situations you have to trust, and certain situations it's better not to trust. And the kicker, the hard part is deciphering which one is which. Oh, what a mind game it is it not? But Joey also came from a very bad relationship before he met me. Look at this. Look at this. You have a very good relationship with everybody. Everybody loves you. But if it had been any other guy, I think they would have left. Are you looking in the camera? I think they would have left because they didn't have the patience. And I told Joey straight up, when we first met, I was like, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. And I told him I just came out of a very, 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 very bad relationship. And I didn't want this relationship with him to be a rebound thing. And I told him that. I was like, I don't want us to be a rebound thing. If you're patient with me and just give me the time I need, it's going to be okay. It took me months. But, you know, I've been with him for, it's going to be 7 years now. It doesn't feel like that at all, but we've been together a very long time. And like I said, if it had been any other guy, I don't think they would have stuck it out, but I was very fortunate to meet him. And always she does this. Always. And it's a beautiful thing. It really is. I mean, we have our fights, we have our frustrations, but, you know, if you ask me, Michelle, if this great guy and all this money and this and that, or Johnny Depp or whoever came up to you tomorrow and they're like, oh, everything you ever wanted you can have tomorrow, but you have to leave him, would you do it? And I was like, you know, I can't, because he's been such a big part of my life. We've helped each other in so many ways, not just, like, helping us through, like, the past, but, I mean, forging a future as well. So, it's just, it's crazy. Like, I don't even believe it. I mean, February will be 7 years. It's crazy that it doesn't feel that long at all. I feel like it's only been maybe 2 or 3 years. It just goes so fast. It really does. But, so, that was my little vlog, guys. Hopefully, better news will be on its way. Like I said, I feel really bad that the cart was stolen. I mean, we were going to sell it to my uncle eventually, and he's very upset because he thought that it was done intentionally. Like, oh, we sold it on you or something like that. No, it wasn't. Joey trusted this guy, and I wish he hadn't. I really wish he hadn't. But, you know, people make mistakes. You can't hold them against people. He learned a very important lesson from it. A very expensive lesson, but an important one at that as well. But we live and learn, you know. That's what we're here for. If you don't learn something, you know, if you make the same mistake twice, that's one thing. You know, then you didn't learn. But as long as you take something away from it. But it was a really bad burn for him, and I feel horrible. So keep him in your prayers, guys. He's definitely, he's not doing too good this week. And it affects me too, because, you know, he's not happy, I'm not happy. You know what I mean? So, hopefully everything works out. I know that the insurance on that package will compensate his friend for, you know, the item that was inside. And he's like, oh, we'll get you another one. And it's like, you know, he's afraid that it's going to get stolen again. And he's like, you know, the gesture is beautiful, but you don't have to worry about that. But, you know, he's a great friend. It was really nice of him to get him that. So, when he finally gets it, I think his mood will cheer up. So here's hoping, guys, right? So anyway, thank you for watching again. If you haven't checked it out, I do have a giveaway going on right now. It's my Bath & Body Works giveaway. We're bouncing again. I'm going out this next weekend, and I'm going to be picking you guys up some more items to put into that giveaway. I've been looking at your comments on that page, and I will be adding things to the box that you guys are, like, since you guys are requesting. So I will throw those in there as well for you guys, since some of you guys have got some really great taste, I must say. But I will be going out shopping for you guys again and throwing some stuff in that box that you have recommended or like, and I'll put that in there. So I'll see y'all later, guys. Bye!